on the day-to-day. Dr. Hari, your introduction, obviously, he's a father figure for so many of us in the sector, a wise head, a mentor. I've come relatively new into the Muslim charity sector given the background that I've had. From talking to colleagues, I know just how significant a role he has played in the development of our community and our work as Muslim Charities. I had the pleasure of taking over from him as the chair of MCF last November, and at the time I said that I would not be stepping into his shoes, but I would be on a search for my own shoes, because his shoes cannot fit me or indeed anybody else. You need a special little of his. So Dr. Hani, please, any closing reflections, and then I have a few comments to make and some thanks to deliver to close us out. Dr. Hani.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I just wrote some notes with your permission.
Please.
I don't wear any shoes anymore. I wear sandals. So it can fit anybody. Let me talk about, first of all, I'm in a very celebratory move. Because MCF did not take 15 years to be here today. It's more than 20 years. Maybe my brother, Sayyid Lakhti Hassanin, and others in the room knew how long it took us to make the discussion of putting 5 organizations on the table for 5 years. 5 Muslim organizations for 5 years to create an idea. How difficult it was before launching Muslim Charities Forum 15 years ago. It's how difficult to bring the Muslims on one table. Don't ever underestimate that we're still living in our home culture, in a country which is providing space, several tribute space, which we could not find in our own country. Sister Saadiya, where is she? Can you stand up, please? And she was one of the pioneers, the first ones, actually, was startup. Sister Saadiya, actually, with Sister Umayma. Abdurrahman al-Sharif is here or not? Abdurrahman al-Sharif, come. Abu Bakr, come forward. Fadi, get them. It's order. Come on, Africa. Come on, Africa. No, come here. Abu Bakr. Those people were actually the champion and the heroes and the heroine at the very beginning of Muslim Charities Forum. It's a journey which has no end, has a beginning, but no end. Because whenever to reach a phase, we're starting another phase. A never-ending story that Allah Almighty will take us back to His kingdom. This is the journey of Muslim Charities Forum. I'll talk about few challenges which have not been mentioned today.
Please.
Will you allow me?
Please.
Whoever tells you 0 admin cost, tell him get out. You are a liar. You are a liar, and don't give them any money. And tell them I said that. And I can challenge anybody. You have to declare. If you have waqf or any other donation, put it. If you have the tax recovery, put it. Don't deceive me. Transparency is Islam. Prophet ﷺ was a read book and a written book in his behavior. Also for zakat, it's debatable. No zakat without administration. If Allah said so, it is so. Who are you to tell us no admin cost from zakat? Zakat is an institution to build the community, to build the infrastructure, to provide social service. So don't tell me it is 0%. Stop using these principles of Islam as a fundraising tools. Stop it. We want transparency. To anyone who claimed that, come and meet me. Sorry, sir.
Please.
Living space. Each one of us, in his authority or her authority, to have create a space for young people, men and women. Then to create a space, and then to leave a space. When you are in possession, not when you leave at the age of 70 or 80 or 90, or when you die. Make a space when you are a leader. And this is a challenge that each one of us here in this room who have to create a space for generations to come. Succession planning. We're not going to be embarrassed. Enough is enough. Enough is enough for people who stay for 30 and 40 and 50 and 60 years. Enough. My intellectual capability cannot go. I cannot do what Fadi is doing, or what Abdurrahman is doing, or what Saadiya is doing, what Umayma is doing. Khalas, I'm 72, or 75, or 78, or 90, or khalas. Finished. Why should I sit on the chair and forever? New job descriptions. والله الذي لا إله إلا هو. والله الذي لا إله إلا هو. والله الذي لا إله هو. We are going to be forever firefighters if we don't change the job descriptions and allow people to think while they work. We are not robots. We are not machines. We are human beings. You want me to produce? Give me a time to think. Give me a time to write. Give me a time to research. Not to let me work like a machine inside the machine, or something inside the machine. You have to review again and again and again the job description. You got it?
Got it.
Thank you, sir. Advocacy. How many of us does advocacy? Advocacy is in the Quran. ولا يحض على طعام المسكين. حض 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 حض. Written in the Quran. Don't come and teach me that advocacy is something from the West. It is there. And quite a few of us don't even know what advocacy means. Research studies. How much is the budget for research studies in our organization? Research. Research to change the policy of the government. Research to change the direction. Research to establish principles. That we invest in it, creating culture. We rely on donor culture. Any donation comes to us is covered by culture. And inside it is the value, the philosophy of thinking, and the principles and the belief. You take it, you follow my culture. You leave it, no money for you. You have to follow my culture. That's why quite often we change our values till we become a different entity and we lose our identity because we don't win our independence. I'll talk about very painful issue again with your permission, sir. Don't ever tell me, I'm saying it again, that we sponsor orphans. كفلها زكريا means Zachariah treated her like his daughter. 25 pounds is a marketing price for an orphan, but not sponsorship money. Never come and tell me that you sponsor an orphan with 25 pounds, or 35 pounds, or 45 pounds. كفلها زكريا, if you understand Arabic, it is treating the orphan like his son or his daughter. It is talking about more than $100 and more. And this is the kafala. But don't use and abuse the orphans. You know, in certain countries, I was talking to one of the young sisters who went to certain countries and was the organization. The widow was telling her, the 20 or the 35 pounds you gave it to me is not enough for one child. Not enough for us. Some of the local organization keep keep sending the same family to be sponsored by 4 other organizations to maintain their life. We are fooling ourselves. We have been driven by a donor who believe only in the price, as this orphan is a commodity. No, this orphan, as Brother Naeem said, is our employer. This widow is our employer. When you put yourself in a position of social service, individual, listen and learn that the one who gave you a salary is the orphan and the widow and the refugees and the displaced people. This is the orphanship. I'm going to finish now by saying, to conclude, because I passed the time, huh? Invest in people and don't invest in walls, bricks, people. You are very happy to make hafiz, but we never know how to make alim. Big difference. We celebrate the hifz, but we do not celebrate the ilm. Ilm is the foundation of hifz. Hifz without ilm create people who will never understand the book of Allah. And to stand up, to be elevated, because when you stand, Maulana, can you come next to us, please? Please, please, I cannot stand without you, because he is Sufi and I'm a peer. Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu, you know Umar al-Faruq, he said, تعلم العربية جزء من الدين. Learning Arabic is a part of religion. Learning Arabic is a part of religion. Learning Arabic is a part of religion. And the hadith which I finished with it is إن لله عبادا اختصهم بقضاء حوائج الناس حببهم إلى الخير وحبب الخير إليهم إنهم الآمنون من عذاب الله يوم القيامة. That's why we're talking about you today, this hadith. Allah has a special ibad, slaves of Him. Let them to love the act of goodness, and let the act of goodness to be loved by them and to love them. You know who are them? Who are they? You. It's talking about you. Those are the people who are safe before Allah at the day of judgment. So I congratulate you, congratulate my leader, congratulate my sheikh, inshallah. And this is a big sheikh. He has to rise. We have been elevated to stand next to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Can I say one word?
Yeah.
I would like to appreciate the great work of Dr. Khalil Banna.
No. It's MCF.
No. But I am worried now, sick. So strong speech he did. He was giving a speech like this is the last speech of his life.
Thank you.
Great speech. And he spoke
Thank you.
openly.
It's killing me.
Okay, I think
Now I'm dead.
no one is killing anyone, not here. Okay, a round of applause for Dr. I told you that I couldn't fill Dr. Hami's shoes. I hope you understand why.
Alhamdulillah.
And I hope you also see just how
Thank
deep
you.
his wisdom is and his leadership has been for
No, خليك.
so many people in our community. I want to start my closing remarks with some thank yous actually. First of all, I want to thank our sponsors.